The Madman!
Welcome to another United in Stormwind card reveal. Let's start with Command the Elements, the Shaman Questline. Play 3 cards with Overload. Reward, unlock your overloaded mana crystals. You achieve that, and then you Stir the Stones, which requirement to play 3 cards with Overload, summons a 3/3 elemental with Taunt. You Tame the Flames next, you play 2 cards with Overload, and you get Stormcaller Brukan, 5 mana 7/7, Battle Cry for the rest of the game. Your spells cast twice. Hard to say where exactly this deck lands until we see all of the Overload cards, but obviously you would want to put this into a deck with a lot of Overload cards. One of the cards that was revealed this expansion so far, though, is Overdraft, which also plays with overloaded cards, which, of course, you would see both of those cards in that deck. For Demon Hunter, there's Persistent Peddler, 4 mana 4/3, tradable, Death Rattle, summon a Persistent Peddler from your deck. That's a pretty good card, especially since Death Rattle Demon Hunter does exist. Or, this could just be an individually strong enough card. It is Piloted Shredder, which was a card that was just individually strong. Except this always gets you a 4/3 and thins your deck. And if you get unlucky enough to draw both Persistent Peddlers, you can trade one of them away. And I almost never talk about Arena, but you can actually get more than 2 copies of this in Arena, and that would be really lucky. Except the second one summons a third one. Boy, would that be strong. Garrett! It's a rogue 2 mana spell, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Shuffle 3 bleeds into your deck that deal 2 more when drawn. Interesting card, where it serves a similar purpose to Sinister Strike. It can deal anywhere between 2 and 8 damage, depending on how long the game goes after that. If you're dealing damage directly to the face, you usually want a short game, so you're usually not going to draw that many cards. So perhaps this card is just too slow. If you were to cast this near the end of the game, though, it would be 2 damage, deal 8. Imported Tarantula, 5 mana 4/5, tradable, Death Rattle, summon 2 1/1 spiders with Poisonous and Rush. Wow, the tradable here really just pushes it even further. So this is like Teacher's Pet, which traded Taunt for tradable. Woohoo! And traded the Death Rattle to summon a 3-cost beast with 2 1/1 spiders with Poisonous and Rush. And I think that's a distinct upgrade for Tarantula. I do value the 2 1/1 spiders with Poisonous and Rush as higher than the 3-drop. What may be really interesting is that this is a 5-cost beast, and alongside Teacher's Pet, perhaps that means Guardian Animals, which by the way is a hunter card, can be built. Maybe you can actually have a mid-range deck in Hunter which curves on to Guardian Animals. If the Tarantula gets rushed, that's way better for the card because you can immediately kill it and then immediately use the spiders, which will benefit from the rush. Provoke is a cute little 0 mana card for a warrior with tradable, which the tradable is really important here because it's a very specific ability. Choose a friendly minion, enemy minions attack it. It's difficult to think of scenarios where this would be good, which is partly why the tradable is so good on it. If the situation isn't there, you can just trade it away. Now the fear is like the situation is so rare that it doesn't come up that often. It is actually very similar to giving your card rush, with upside and downside on that. And I think 0 mana give a card rush wouldn't be that strong. And finally, last but not least, is Lost in the Park. 1 mana, Questline, gain 4 attack with your hero. Reward, gain 5 armor. 1 mana, gain 5 armor. Boring. Right, next, you have Defend the Squirrels, where you advance the quest and then you gain 5 attack with your hero. Reward, gain 5 armor, and draw a card. Next up, you Feral Frenzy. Questline gains 6 attack with your hero. Reward, Guff the Tough. And this is a surprise, unlike the other questlines. This is not a win condition. Guff the Tough is simply a 5 mana 8/8 with Taunt, Battlecry, give your hero +8 attack this turn, and gain 8 armor. Now I understand that the end reward does not look that exciting, but the incremental rewards, which also don't look that exciting, add up to quite a lot. You add up all the armor, it's a total of 18 armor. There's also a draw card in there, and there's also 5 mana 8/8. And you also get a +8 attack in there. Now the main problem is you do need to gain 4 attack with your hero, and that's not going to be easy without severely adjusting your deck. Now fortunately there was a very recent card revealed which is very strong for that deck. Park Panther is just an efficient card which also happens to give your hero +3 attack. That's going to go towards a good amount of the credit for that questline. I think this card could fit into some sort of mid-range plan. Humble quest reward at the end, but maybe that kind of reward is exactly what a mid-range druid deck with just good cards is looking for. Perhaps what we're missing is seeing another card in this set that'll gain you attack.